right, so we are back at Fan Expo Canada. It's 2024 edition, and I'm going to be checking out all the stuff here, all the sites, all the scenes, all the cosplayers. It's going to be a great weekend. Are you excited, R2? He's excited. All right, so we're here back at Fan Expo, and of course we had to make another trip to the Paramount Lodge and check out all the great things that are happening with Paramount Plus. I'm excited, you're excited. Let's get going.
Yeah!
That's how it's done. All right, so we're here at the Squishmallows booth, and I'm here with Darren. You can be honest with me. In your house, you don't have furniture, right? You just have a bunch of Squishmallows. You're just lounging all day, right?
I'm going to tell you something. I have 3 kids at home, a 4-month-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and we got to be very, very careful with what we bring home.
Fair enough, fair enough. So we're here at Fan Expo Canada with Andrew Herr, Jonesy from Letterkenny, a show that dominated for a decade. You guys had 12 seasons, and I'm guessing this weekend you've been feeling the love.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's nice to actually just meet fans that, they're diehard fans, and sometimes, when it's on a TV show, you don't get that feedback, and it's just nice to see people who've supported us over the years. It's without them, we don't have a show, right? So it's been a heartwarming experience.
No, yeah.
Put a word on it.
Yeah, totally, man, yeah. Jonesy and Riley have become quite a fan. They were fan favorites, and I think the real reason is because, all of their fronting and everything, they were kind of the punching bags of the show.
We were most definitely the punching bags of the show. I mean, we bring it on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're very lovable. We were pretty arrogant, certainly in the beginning. Not the sharpest guys, but and I think we had a strong bromance.
Yeah.
We couldn't do anything without each other. Even that one episode where Katie chooses Riley and I'm on my own, we were absolutely lost puppies.
No,
so
totally, yeah. That was that was the season where you guys, that felt like your big arc.
It did.
Especially, you're deciding between the Christians and the Skids. That was a great moment.
I know. I selfishly wanted it actually to go for the whole season because I thought there would have been it would have been quite funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun to play with. And Dylan and I were roommates before the show, and we had a lot of built-in chemistry because we've been friends before. And but yeah, we just had so much fun doing it. But yeah, we certainly became the punching bags of the show.
All right, so we're here in Artist Alley, and we get to talk today with the amazing artist Nicola Scott. And if anybody knows anything about your history, the desire to draw Wonder Woman is the main catalyst of getting into the comic industry.
She was the whole purpose. I didn't grow up with comic books, but I did grow up with superheroes thanks to Linda Carter and Adam West and Christopher Reeve and the Super Friends cartoon. And when I was at a sort of crisis moment in my youngish adulthood, trying to work out what I was going to do with my life, the idea of getting paid to draw Wonder Woman occurred to me, and I was like, oh my God, that's a job. I want that job. And that was how I got into comics in the first place.
What is the greatest quality of Wonder Woman that you try to put into your drawing?
I think quite like Superman, I think one of the strongest characteristics she has is her compassion. She's an incredibly powerful person. She doesn't have the power level that Superman has, but she has an extraordinary sort of skill set drilled into her over millennia that makes her sort of an incredibly effective physical being. But that's not always entirely her go-to. It's pretty much everything on her person because she has a lot of accessories, is defensive, is protective. Very little of it, obviously there are versions of her with a sword, and I've drawn those versions. But, that's because she's an ancient warrior and she knows that sometimes things need taken down, but it's not her go-to. She is more likely to just try and de-escalate as much as possible. And most of her arsenal is about that. So to me, that is like one of the things that I love about her the most. But I think part of the reason why I related to her was when I first discovered her as a little kid, I was the youngest of 3 girls. We hung out with our 3 female cousins. There were 6 of us, and I was the youngest by a lot. And I just sort of felt that camaraderie of like being part of a girl tribe, because it was very female-heavy family. The only men in my family were the ones that married into it, and a third of the women in my family are lesbians anyway. So, that just sort of brought in more women. And then when my generation started having babies, they're all girls as well. So it's this sort of
So you have your own Themyscira.
girl energy family. So I really relate to that. And as the baby of my generation, I'm absolutely the one that's kind of been spoiled and looked after. And that was kind of, I think, one of the things that made me go, I recognize her. And then, of course, Linda Carter was ridiculously beautiful and wore that crazy outfit, which was just so bright and colorful and exciting. 4-year-old me, just my hair blew off.